this thing needs to die. These are all just ways to add mana. As of right now, they still don't have an answer for Liliana. So, I'm not going to just fire this off. Draw a card. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we have a 4/4. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing Kirik, son of Yawgmoth in Historic Brawl. Kirik is a 7 mana technically, so 4 generic and 3 Phyrexian black mana, but we can pay 2 life for each of those Phyrexian black mana. So really, Kirik can cost as little as 4 generic mana. Lifelinker, 2/2, Phyrexian Horror Minion. For each black mana symbol in a cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. So Kirik turns all of our black spells into Phyrexian black spells. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Kirik, son of Yawgmoth, which is nice because we're going to lose life with this ability, but Kirik has lifelink, so Kirik can grow bigger and we can gain some of that life back. So it's basically mono black control, mid-range, whatever you want to put it. Goal of the deck is to get Kirik down and then start casting all of our stuff. Like we can cast Phyrexian Obliterator for free. It does cost 8 life, but we can play it for free. If Kirik's down and the opponent tries to remove it, we can cast our Undying Malice effects for free and keep Kirik from dying. And you know, Invoke Despair, all these heavy black mana spells, Necropotence, we can cast them by just paying life. I say for free, but obviously it's not for free, but it essentially is for free. And so the amount of, you know, super fast value that Kirik can provide is awesome. So that's why I kind of think it's more of a mid-range deck, because we're really kind of trying to win faster than a control deck. We're kind of trying to win in the mid-range by getting Kirik down and just overwhelming our opponent and hopefully not killing ourselves by getting too low on life. We do have a couple effects in the deck to gain some of that life back. You know, obviously with Kirik down, we can chain a bunch of spells together, and if we can chain some spells together, Aetherflux Reservoir can help us gain all that life back. Maybe even if we really start to chain a bunch of spells together, we can gain a ton of life and maybe dome someone for 50. As far as the deck, the guts of the deck, it's kind of what you expect with mono black. We have a lot of, you know, we have Dark Ritual and Duress and Thoughtseize and all those types of effects, as well as removal spells, card draw spells, ramp, and we're essentially just trying to mono black our way to a win. Maybe get a Grizzlebrand down, gain some life, draw some cards, Professor Onyx, Liliana, keep the board clean with our board wipes, and go from there. It's a pretty typical mana base. A lot of snow swamps so that we can turn our Cabal Stronghold on and, you know, use Blood on the Snow and actually get something back from the graveyard if we want. Otherwise, it's, you know, Nykthos and Reliquary Tower and Plaza to protect our commander, and that's kind of the deck. So, let's hop into some games and see if we can get some wins with Kirik. If you like this kind of content, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thanks for watching. We have a channel Discord, link in the description. If you want to hop in there, go ahead. There's a channel to request decks for me to play. A lot of the videos I make are from decks that people suggest, so if that's something that interests you, hop in the Discord. Okay, Voja, really annoying commander with Ward 3, super important that we don't let this thing stick on the battlefield, so we're kind of looking for ways to get rid of that. Blood Chief's Thirst can do it, but it's going to cost 4 plus 3, so 7. They get to go first as well. Languish doesn't do it. However, this can kill a Mana Dork, like one of their ramp creatures. We have ramp ourselves. This can help us draw a card. Liliana, if we get it down, can kill it. I think we'll try this, because even though the spells in our hand can't kill Voja right now, except for way later on, Languish could clear up the board. Oh, that'll do it. Okay, perfect. Didn't even have to wait that long. We drew right into an answer. Retree City. Okay. Endork? No. Whenever one or more elves you control enter... Oh, this might be like an elf deck. Okay. Just go ahead and get rid of that. Priest of Titania. It's pretty good. Not very good right now, though. So we can get Keurig down. I wonder if they have a way to get rid of it. It is awkwardly a odd mana value cost, so it gets swept up by our extinction event. So maybe we wait. We can cling to dust our own Blood Chief's Thirst. I think we wait. I don't really want to board wipe my own commander. We can do this at instant speed, so I think we just pass. Priest of Titania is scary, but it's not doing anything right now, because there are no elves down. Okay, there's an elf. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay green if you do draw a card. Okay. This is just making our languish better. Okay. No attacks. Let's cling our Blood Chief's Thirst to draw a card. Draw for turn. Okay, go for the throw. Get rid of your board. They might have been depending on that mana to cast their commander. What does this do? You may look at the top card of your library anytime you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Creatures you control have tap. Oh, that's pretty good, but you don't have any creatures right now. So let's get Liliana down.
I do hope you make this battle exciting.
Start making some blockers.
Rise and shine.
They have to kill Liliana at some point, because if we get to the ultimate, they just lose.
Good help is
Whenever
easy to
Boja
find
attacks...
in war.
Okay, so we have one turn, unless they can give this haste, which I don't see a way right now to give it haste. Then the effect happens. Okay. Elven Wolves. So far I only see elves, though. Odd. Okay, so Extinction Event's gonna hit only their board. Let's get Keurig down. So 1, 5, 6, 7. So let's do it like this. So we hold up 1 black mana for go for the throw and pass the turn. If we have to kill Keurig, it is what it is. But it gives us an additional blocker. Also, if they play their creature and they attack with these guys, we can just block with Keurig. Because it's going to die anyway from the Extinction Event, but we'll at least draw a card off Liliana's static ability. Okay, another odd mana value creature. Okay. Attack? No. This thing needs to die. These are all just ways to add mana. As of right now, they still don't have an answer for Liliana. So, I'm not gonna just fire this off. Draw a card. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we have a 4/4. Yeah, see, we didn't even need to fire this off. We were gonna kill one of their creatures. We could kill any one of these with this ability. Liliana is at 9, so next turn we're ultimating. So unless they have a way to kill it, they just lose. If you're not familiar with Liliana's ultimate, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. So they choose one land, one creature, and one enchantment and sacrifice everything but the ones they chose. So they would have one land, one creature, and then this enchantment left over, and that's it. So, you know, next turn we win the game, right? So, and then I kept this, I knew that we could sweep the board with this just in case. But I didn't want to just fire it off, because if you fire off a board wipe too early, the opponent sometimes can recoup from that. But if they really got some scary stuff down, we had this as a backup plan. So yeah, Keurig not doing too much this game, but you can see how he gives lots of value. Okay, Illuge. This is like a mono blue mid-range maybe deck. I don't really know, but I know they put counters on their islands and stuff. And then for each instant sorcery spell you cast each turn, cost blue less to cast for each land you control with a flood counter on it. Okay, I see. So it's like a spellslinger. Spellslinger deck. They get to go first. We don't have black mana, so we have to mulligan this hand. Duress is good against them. So is Thoughtseize. Ritual Soot does not hit the commander. We'll keep. Cling to Dust will hit something in their graveyard. Brawl. I think we can go like this. Okay, lots of good stuff. A lot of return stuff to my hand stuff. Let's just get rid of the wash away for now. Make them use this as their land drop. Fading Hope. I really don't care about these return to my hand effects. I care more about the counter spells and card draw. So let's just take their other counter spell. And then, like I said, we can make them use this as their land drop. Hopefully they didn't draw a land. Oh, they did. Okay, so they're just holding up mana. Let's get rid of Wash Away. On their turn. Okay, so they did have to use it as a land drop. That's what we wanted. Okay. I don't think this is going to hit anything, but we might as well. Just look in their hand. Loses all abilities. Oh, okay, that's a good one against us. We're going to add stops to make them think that we have interaction. They pass the turn. Okay, so they're really playing this like a mono blue control deck. All right. Well, let's make them start using their spells. Go ahead and return it to my hand, or make it. You probably want to use this one on it. Yep, Fading Hope. That's fine. Okay, draw some cards. That was a good one for them to draw. Especially with Shieldred off the battlefield. Okay, so they're tapped out. Oh yeah, no, they have 1 mana. But it's probably not a counterspell. So we can take a lot of life here, do Keurig and play Necropotence. However, I think no, that's an instant. I don't know if they have a 1 mana bounce spell. We're just gonna go for it. If they have it, they have it. Doesn't look like they do. So I'll just show you what Keurig can do. So we can play all these spells for free. Do we go down to 3? I think against mono blue we can do that. And then it's going to make them use their spells here. So they'll probably turn this into a 1/1 and bounce this one. That's my guess. Narset. Weird. Okay.
If you wish to surrender now, I meditate and prepare.
Into the Royal. Sure. You can into the Royal my Obliterator. Nope. Make sure Narset dies. They can bounce something, but it's still going to die no matter what. Yep.
Such violence is upsetting.
Okay, we don't want a Necropotence because we're too low on life. We can Obliterate her again. Or we can Shieldred. Probably Shieldred, because it'll gain us life back. And then we can foretell this guy for later. They're running out of cards in their hand, so they don't have a ton of options. Yep, 7/7. Okay, we can also gain life with Cling to Dust. Let's see if they have a counter. They can return it to their hand and draw a card into the Royal. Negate. Okay. So we know what their last card is. They can bounce the Obliterator, right? Oh, I shouldn't have attacked with both. Because now they can bounce the Obliterator and kill me. Oops. Oh man, I messed up. Yeah. Yep, I messed up. I should have just attacked with one of these. Probably just the Keurig. Let's see if they see the line. I mean, they should. They should see it. Yeah, bounce the Obliterator. Yep. Attack me for 7. Yep. Good game. I messed that up. I had that game totally won, and I messed up. So I mess up so you guys don't have to. But we did everything right in that game except for leaving one attacker back. In fact, because we knew how many bounce spells they were playing, we probably should have not even attacked with anything. But with that board, right, Obliterator back, they couldn't attack me, right? So they would have to have bounced this if they wanted to attack me. Then they're still looking at a Death Toucher and a blocker, which would give us our commander back and get rid of this aura on it. So that's what we should have done. We should have just held that turn and waited. But I got impatient. But in my mind, we won that game because I did everything else right. Just messed up at the end. Those games are always hard to stomach, where it's like, you did everything else right, but you just got a little too eager. On to the next one, though. Tajik, is that how you say that? Legion's Valor. Indestructible Haste at the beginning of combat on your turn. Oh, it's an alchemy card. Okay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Tajik Legion's Valor, then conjure a card with mana value equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it. So basically you get free cards depending on how many +1/+1 counters are on it. It's indestructible, so there's not a ton of stuff we can do there. I mean, we can get like a Languish or something. We at least get to go first. Wow, okay, well. Sometimes patience is a win con. If you're one of those people that just like cannot handle someone deciding on their opening hand, I don't recommend you ever go to a real paper tournament, because let me tell you something, people think about what they're gonna do with their opening hand. It's probably just an arena thing, people have no patience, but you go to like your local game store and do a tournament there, or even worse, you go to a real event and you spend 8 hours, you know, at an event. You gotta have a little bit of patience, because people are gonna think about their decisions. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay, they get to go first. Celestis is nice. I guess this works. I'm keeping it mainly because of the Celestis. That's good against them. Okay. Vexing Bauble, interesting. Good game, they say? Or are they not drawing lands? What? What do you mean good game? Okay. They probably just weren't drawing lands. Maybe they got pub stomped by Keurig before, and they weren't going to sit around and wait for that to happen again. I mean, we were going to have a good next turn. We were going to, you know, if they were tapped out like that or they didn't have anything to do, get Keurig down, play a bunch of stuff, overwhelm them. What does this guy do again? Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4 or greater, draw a card and gain 1 life. Blah blah blah. So basically kill this thing. Okay. What's its toughness? 3. Murderous Rider does it. We get to go first. Yeah. I think we keep. If we draw a couple more lands, we're looking pretty good. You got to remember, like, this costs 5 mana, but with Keurig it costs 1 mana and 8 life. Or this costs 1 mana and 4 life. 1 mana and 2 life, right? As long as we draw a 4th land, we're doing pretty good. Perfect. I guess we'll see if they try to draw cards here or something. Something segment. Okay. I really hate that they alchemied this card and it doesn't work the way it actually works in paper. It's supposed to have this ability when it enters the battlefield too, so it's supposed to make an orc do damage to something. Makes the card way worse. But it gives us some battlefield presence in the meantime. Gives us something to do. So we'll resolve that. Go ahead and kill it. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Keurig down. We have the Feign Death in hand, so we have some level of protection for Keurig. Hopefully, I mean, they are white, so hopefully they don't have an exile effect. But if they do have a removal spell, we have an answer. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. You're gonna blow up my land? Okay. Sure. Rude. So we're going to chain off a couple spells here, just to get Keurig as big as possible and gain some life back. Alright. Didn't hit anything, but that's okay. We're mainly trying to get some life link. Or get his power up so we can get the most life link possible. I think we'll just stay there. This is really our only option anyway. Could have gotten this down. Arguable that we should have. Okay, what does this do again? A new card. One of the Overlords. Whenever Overlord of the Hotwoods enters or attacks, create a tapped colorless land token. Oh yeah, okay. So they make a land. Kind of cool. I was curious about where the land would go, if it was like a token over here, but it actually sits in their land slot, which is pretty sweet. Okay. I want to pay 2 with the life. How do I do that? Hold on. Z. I don't want to auto pay. Oh well. Let's just do it. Next. Okay. It's not gonna die now. But we still get the that thing off the battlefield. And now we have a 7/7 lifelinker, which is pretty sweet. Questing Beast, sure. Ram through, okay, no problem. Do we make the 3/2? What did this guy say again? Yeah, we do. One ring is pretty nice. We can also blood on the snow and get something back. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we can take, how much will we take? 6? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have enough to do that, and Gray Merchant. Okay, cancel. Let's just one ring. And pass the turn. And then if they play a bunch of stuff, we can clear it all up. Okay. Oh, damage can't be prevented. Interesting. I forgot that Questing Beast has that clause. So it actually gets around the one ring. Uh-huh. Okay. Do we activate the one ring? We're already so low on life. And we have Black Market. Yeah, I don't think we activate the one ring. Now we do. Okay. We'll just make a treasure here. We don't want to lose too much life. Kogla fights target creature we control. Gain some life. They're gonna die anyway, might as well gain 2. Maybe they play Kogla here and fight the Orcish Bowmasters. Perfect. I just didn't want them to kill my Shieldred. That's what I was worried about. Sounds good. So, whenever it enters, it fights. Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Okay, gotcha. Pass. Activate the one ring. Auto pay. We'll lose a life, but then we'll gain 4 life back. How low am I willing to go? I think this is where we're comfortable. They are a blue deck, so I guess we get this down. What is Keurig? Phyrexian? Yeah. We have 2 Phyrexians right now, so I think that's what we'll go with. Since they're gonna blow up our artifacts anyway, might as well do it like this. Yeah, they didn't wanna hang around with the Shieldred one ring combination. I don't blame them. So essentially, if they don't have a way to remove Shieldred, we just obviously we keep drawing cards with the one ring, but we gain a ton of life as we're doing it, and by the time they'll find a solution. Kogla was actually really their solution, but they didn't know we had Shieldred, and if they knew that, they would have waited, right? But we baited them out with the Orcish Bowmasters. Alright, Roxanne. Definitely a tough deck to deal with. Let's see, we got 1 land, technically 2. We get to go first. Extinction Event is nice, so is Murderous Rider. I am worried about hitting land drops, though. Usually they spend the first couple turns ramping to get Roxanne out, though, so I'm going to very tentatively keep this hand. I'm not super confident in it. but it has some good stuff if we draw lands. So I'm just gonna believe that is not a land. That is quite the opposite of a land. No, not worth it. I was debating playing this for 0 and just having the static ability of the enchantment, but I think it's better as a board wipe. Land, sweet. Okay, so now we at least have Murderous Rider online. We just need one more land, and then we got Keurig online, and then we can do whatever we want. Okay, let's just wait. I was debating playing this as just the creature to get a lifelinker down, but I think it's better if we kill one of their creatures. I mean, they didn't end up doing it, so it is what it is, but we have the Edict now. They can play Roxanne next turn, but I don't think they can give it haste. Okay, they're just ramping to the moon. That's fine. Paradise Druid, sure. Okay, this would get rid of that. We would like a land deck. A land would be super cool. So... did we just get rid of their ramp creature? I guess we attack first, right? And if they want to block, they can block. They're not going to want to block, but... we'll just give them the option. Sometimes people make weird decisions. Like I did in that mono blue game. Uh-huh. Okay. Game 2. Special Inhasia. Hopefully they don't have a way to give Roxanne haste. That would be very bad. This is a super good card for any Gruul deck if you're a Gruul mage. Basically an auto-include. As you can see, Roxanne only costs 3 generic right now because level 2 lets you basically take out the Gruul mana cost from all your spells. Alright. We drew a land. So, this gives us some options. I think we just get Keurig down here. And then next turn's looking pretty sweet. Or do we? Because they're going to play Roxanne and kill it. Oh yeah, they're just going to play Roxanne and kill it. Okay, yeah, we don't do this. This would be a total waste of life and our turn. So I think what we do is we just attack here, we hold up Shielder's Edict, and go from there. We only have one red source, which is kind of interesting. Okay, resolve. What did he say? Whenever creature enters. Okay. Perforos. Oof. So, is that giving it haste? Yeah. Okay, well at least we can play Keurig now and pump it up. It's still probably going to die next turn. Duress. Nothing. Got it. Well, we can pump it up to what is this, a 3? we can make it a 4/4. Gain 2 life back. They're gonna give Roxanne haste, so they can put both of the meteorite damage on Keurig if they want. It's too bad we don't have like one more spell to bait them out. It would have to be an instant too. They play Roxanne. Yeah, make a meteorite. They're gonna kill my Keurig. Oh boy. Well, at least these are both odd mana value for Extinction Event. Yep, take action. Ow. Down to 2. So I mean, we basically lost because we're 1 Roxanne trigger away from dying. But we'll, well, I guess we can attack him with Murderous Rider. We have to because it's odd. We can play the One Ring and gain protection from everything for a turn. I don't know if that's great. I guess it buys us 1 turn, right? The problem is that with Roxanne having haste, even if we get rid of it, it just goes back to the command zone. They play it, they get a meteorite, that's 2 damage. They attack, they get a meteorite, that's 2 damage. So we're... Yeah, I mean, they can... I don't even know where they put it, because they can't kill anything this turn. I guess they just put it on my Murderous Rider. If there was a way to gain some life, I don't know. I mean, we have Grey Merchant, but I'm pretty sure we're still dead. Like I said, this is a very tough deck to play against. Yeah, I mean, we're dead, but we'll just do it. We'll make them make the right play. I should have attacked first, actually. Oh, I should have attacked first. Can I go back? Nope, I can't go back. Well, we may have been able to buy 1 more turn, but then we were still dead. So they just play Roxanne again. They make your meteorite. We'll give them the good game. Get on to the next one. Yeah, Roxanne's a tough deck. It's because when it enters the battlefield, it gives itself ramp. It's kind of like the Golos problem, where Golos would enter, and even if you killed it, you know, with the trigger on the stack, they still got to search for a land, and it took half of the commander tax away, right? So as long as they hit their land drop every turn, they get around the commander tax. It's the same thing with Roxanne. Since Roxanne makes you a meteorite, and then in this case they gave it haste, so it's making 2 meteorites a turn, they essentially have no commander tax, because they're always self-paying for it. And then obviously the damage and all that, and we're a deck that is basically killing ourselves with our life loss, so it's just not a good matchup for us. Opponent goes first. Teferi's super annoying control deck, and they get to go first. I mean, this is decent. We actually have Planeswalker removal, so that's something. We'll wait on this, because we'll have to discard a card. Maybe we'll use it as counterspell bait. Okay, I say this almost every video, but you do not want to brainstorm in someone's end step. You want to brainstorm on your own turn, preferably in your main phase, so that you can see if you have a fetch land. Because what will happen is, you'll brainstorm, you'll draw 3, and if you don't have a land drop, you put 2 cards back, and now you're brainstorm locked, because you have to draw those cards. So you really don't want to brainstorm unless you have a way to shuffle your library, which in fetch lands are like the easiest way to do that. But I see a lot of people brainstorm on people's end steps, and that's not really when you want to brainstorm. Just a little tip. For all you control mages out there. They're holding up mana. I don't really want to do anything. I guess we just pass. We're just having a little staring match right now. They probably have a bunch of counter spells. Well, I mean, if they don't counter this, it gets us closer to Blood on the Snow. The thing with Teferi that is tough is the +1 allows them to untap 2 lands, so they can... Sure, that's fine. It's a weird counter opponent, but they can play Teferi and tap out and then untap 2 lands, and so they kind of get around the having to tap out to play Teferi thing, and they can hold up counter magic. I think we just do this, and if they want to counter it, they seem counter happy, you can let them do that. This is this is a Planeswalker removal spell as well. Okay. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll let them tap out here. They're probably going to think they're safe, unless they don't have a land drop. Sure. Look at my top card. No land, huh? Would you like to counter it? No? Okay, we get to look in their hands. That's cool. Yep, draw a card. I don't think this is going to hit anything, but... Snapcaster. Are you going to Snapcaster and then counter my discard spell? Brainstorm. Okay. Maybe they'll brainstorm into a counter? Okay, let's see what they got. Counter. 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 Board wipe. Do we even play this game? I mean, this is gonna take forever, and even if we win, it's gonna be like an hour from now. Okay, well, let's look at these counters. Mana value 2. Nope. Wash away can hit our commander. 2 or less. Mana drain can hit anything. Negate. Yeah, we'll just... I don't really want to play this game. I don't know about you guys, but like, if I was in a blue deck, like if I had blue at my disposal, sure, let's fight it out. But like, I'm not really interested in playing that game. It's gonna be super boring, and I don't even think if we win, it's gonna be fun to watch. You know. Keep playing blue decks. We've played quite a few. 3 lands, removal. Using a Planeswalker is... We have Planeswalker removal, so I think we keep. Couple removal spells. These are some weird games, man. Some weird games. Is that like 2 or 3 games of 1 just because the opponent like didn't even want to start the game? Like, I know I scooped the last one, but I at least played the game out and then looked in their hand and saw my future before I scooped. Satya. Aetherflux Genius. Oh, I kind of remember this one. This one makes like a ton of artifact creatures. Yeah, so we definitely want... Okay, Ritual Slit, perfect. The rest of the hand is kind of meh. So hopefully we draw lands, because we really like Ritual Slit. Nice, okay. I'm going to just get this out of the way now. because I can't depend on hitting my 4th land drop to have that come to play untapped. And so while we don't have really a turn 1 play, I mean, I guess we could have Inquisitioned, but while we're under no pressure, maybe is a better way to put it. Let's just get that out of the way. Whenever you attack, you may pay energy when you do. Target creature control gains lifelink. Alright, this gets hit by Ritual, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's look in their hand. Lightning Bolt and this thing. First strike, as long as it's equipped, whenever you attack with Mary and another legendary creature, draw a card. Is it an equipment deck? No? Okay. Get rid of the Lightning Bolt. Again, we have the Ritual, so if they want to play that, it's just going to get swept up. We'll take a little bit of damage. Hopefully we hit that other land drop in our next 2 turns. Well, that'll do it too. Do they have another land drop? That's the question. I think we just pass. Maybe we Field of Ruin one of their lands. Alright, so they only have 1 white source. And they... Get rid of their white source, make them have a basic. Gets rid of a second blue source for them too if they have to go get the white. Okay, if they do, they get the point. They're not a greedy gamer, they actually have basics in the deck. They don't have another land drop. Alright, let's see if we hit our land drop. We don't. Okay. Well, let's get rid of this one since it's technically card draw. Reprieve. Sure. Sure. We hit their land drop. Alright, another target for Ritual Soot. So I think we have to Ritual next turn. I really hope we draw the land, but I think we're under too much pressure now. Land. Alright, we don't have a choice. Yeah, now we really need to draw land. Oh my god. I guess I'll play it out. Normally I would just scoop here if I wasn't recording, but I guess I'll play it out. How many turns in a row is that we didn't hit a land? Like 4? Yeah, good game. Wow, just wow. It would have been, if we had gotten Liliana down and made them sack their board, man, that would have been a completely different game. But we just could not draw that 4th land. Not a lot to analyze there. If you don't hit lands, you don't have mana, you can't cast your spells, so opponent's eventually going to win. Let's see who we get next. this? Rooms Commander? Okay. Enchantment decks are tough for us because we're mono black. But this is about as good of a hand as you can have, you know, as far as removing stuff and all that, so I think we'll keep it. I guess we'll beat on the bog since it has to come into play tapped. This is technically a land too, so we're, unlike last game, we at least have mana. Easy turn 3 Overlord, okay. It's really good on 3 mana and pending. It's super good. So they have 4 mana next turn. So do we slow them down? I think so. We have another removal spell. Surveil land. Ramp. Okay. Yeah, that thing's gonna come in a couple turns. I guess if they play their commander, we can kill it. Holy moly. Look at all those enchantments. They're gonna have to discard the hand size though, so. Actually, hold on. Oh, you can see some of these cards, so. Okay. Yeah. Exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Yeah. I don't think any of these get around exile. Man. Yeah, enchantment decks. Enchantment decks are the bane of existence for black decks. We can't play our commander because they can just exile it, and none of these effects, which would be perfect against any other deck that's trying to kill this, work here. At least we can kill this next turn. So, maybe not now. I think it puts a +1/+1 counter on something. Yeah, it does. Pass. Impending. Now that thing's a creature. Well, we do the land. Are any of these dragons? No. Okay. All non-dragon. I've had games recently where I accidentally click this when I don't mean to, and it's very sad. So I'm making extra sure I clicked the right one. Oh boy, what did that do? Oh my god, okay. Maybe I should have read that first. I mean, I still probably would have made that play, but... Okay... Well... It's not the best, but this still gets rid of most of their boards, so I think we'll do it. And I guess we play this as a land. There's nothing else to do. It's not looking good for the mono black deck. Iliad. Yep. This is probably where I would scoop if I wasn't recording, but I'll play it out. You never know, maybe we drop board wipe. Again, enchantment decks, especially ones with green in them, tough to play against. They just can ramp and we don't have any removal. I mean, that's a card, right? It's a card and a half. They're just gonna freaking exile it though. We can play this and... Now we don't have enough mana. I was gonna say we could put Swiftfoot Boots on it, but we don't have enough mana to do that. Alright. tapper. Trying to mess me up. So they can exile one thing with that enchantment, but they can't exile both. I mean, I don't know what else is in their hand, but from what we can see, they can only get rid of one thing. What the hell does this do? Zal? This room deals 4 damage to target creature and opponent. Okay, choose your creature. They still have the exile effect, but at least we're doing some stuff. Yep. Get to draw a card, lose a life. If I were them, I'd get rid of the Shieldred. Yeah. That's what's going to make them lose this game, but we're going to lose on this attack anyway. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back. They should have gotten rid of Curix because we can block and gain 5 life. Oh, never mind, they had a plan. Good game. They had a plan. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, Enchantment Dex is the worst matchup against Mono Black. So, we basically lost when we got matched up. But I played it out so you guys can see how bad of a matchup it is. Can we get... Alright, so it's this deck again. Maybe we can redeem ourselves. We've played like 5 blue decks in a row, though. I know that last one was 5 color, but it's still a blue deck. Kind of interesting that they keep pairing us up against blue decks. So this, you know, Mono Black is really good against any kind of creature-heavy deck, right? But we're not getting those, so we're not getting like a great example of where this deck is strongest. Like if we were playing Mono Green or maybe Silenzia, you know, +1/+1 counters, those kind of decks, which there are a lot of in the historic Brawl queue, or Brawl, now that they call it Brawl, but we're not getting matched up against those decks. So, you know, take these games for what they are. You know, we're like at what, like a 50% win rate, maybe a little less, but it's not exactly what you're gonna face on the normal day-to-day basis with this deck. So this can kill most of their stuff. We actually have lands this time, so I think we keep. Swiftfoot Boots is obviously nice. It's a good Magic the Gathering card. I don't know about you guys, but I like having my lands over here and my spells over here in order from most expensive to least expensive, at least in the beginning of the game. If we get to the late game, sometimes I'll tuck my lands over there because they're not as important. Get down the boots. This thing is a pretty big powerhouse. Kind of weird in this deck, unless they're like an energy deck. Oh yeah, they are an energy deck. Okay. All right. Maybe we should read their card. Whenever it attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of one other target non-token creature you control. You get 2 energy. At the beginning of the next end step, sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana value. Got it. So they are an energy deck. Next turn we can Meathook Massacre them. Let's Grim Tutor for something. What do we go get? What would we be like really good against this deck? I mean, we could just go get the One Ring. It also has to be something that we can play. Oh, we ran out of time. Wow, they really took... I didn't even notice that. They really, like, made the timer short now when you tutor. That's crazy. Come on, Arena. What was that, like 10 seconds you gave me? This is not a bad card, though. So, I guess we'll take it. Get rid of their board. That's insane. They gave me like no time. Felt like no time. Maybe I took too long. I don't know. Epic Downfall gets rid of their commander. This also gets rid of their commander. So we can... No, we can't do that. Yeah, actually we can. Okay, so we can... Let's make sure we tap right, because this game really likes to mess this up. There's a protection spell? Sure, okay. It's too bad we can't kill it. There's Menace. Yeah, just die. How do we... Oh, I guess I wasn't paying attention. How do we die there? How do we have 4 life? I guess because we went down because of our commander? I don't know, that was weird. I feel like I just drove home and didn't know how I got there. If you know what I mean. Alright, let's try to end on a good game. Okay. Another black deck. We get to go first. Probably not good against them. Well, this can kill their commander, so I think we keep. I thought this was a 3/3 for some reason, but I guess it's not. Hello. Guess we'll Orcish Bowmasters, since we have nothing else to do. Probably just eats a removal spell. Okay. See, if this wasn't the alchemy version, I could play this and I would be able to kill that 3-sentence skeleton. But that's not where we're at. I think we have to, if we're not going to draw lands, we have to One Ring. Otherwise, we just lost this game. play your commander. And hopefully I draw a land. Need a swamp, sure. They really want the Bowmasters gone, that's fine. No land. Do this in my main phase, so we can try to draw land, we do. Okay, we're not out of it yet. Okay, another land, perfect. -2/-2. I think we go with Elspeth's Nightmare here. We really don't want their commander on the battlefield because it drains us, and we're already gonna go down a lot of life with the One Ring. They didn't play a land drop last turn either. They're gonna keep it in the graveyard? They kept their commander in the graveyard. Maybe they have Reanimate or something. But Elspeth's Nightmare exiles their graveyard. So... okay. Sure. Why do they keep it in the graveyard? It's so weird. Perfect. So, Petulant Haze hits all of these. Draw some more cards. My turn. Meetup Massacre, Banner. Oh. Gotcha. Cavalier of Night is what they're depending on. Okay. Let's get rid of your tutor. Let's play you. Oh, shit, I messed that up. I should have done that, then Bazooka Bogged and got rid of these. Oh well. Yeah, let's get rid of the Meetup Massacre. Okay. And then they can bring the skeleton back. Yep. Pass. I mean, we're in it now, so we might as well just do it. Exile your graveyard. You sacrifice another creature when you do destroy target creature and opponent controls. Got it. I don't like my options right now. I'm just gonna try to draw some better ones. Okay. I'm going down a lot of life. I'm just kind of hoping I draw Shieldred. Wow. Okay. That did it. I don't know why that did it. Maybe they just didn't like all the cards like I was drawing, but I was really in a bad spot because I'm going to lose 4 a turn. Their commander makes me lose life. I don't have any, like... I mean, I guess I drew a removal spell, but this also makes me lose life. This makes me lose life. Yeah, I think if they could see my hand, they probably wouldn't have scooped, but I think they just didn't like that I had, you know, 10 cards in hand to their 2. Alright. So, let's do a deck review. Actually, let's crack some packs first. I always like ending videos with some pack openings. Plus, the new set just came out, so why not? Woo! Okay. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature until end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, exile the top of your library, you may play it until end of turn. Oh, kind of like a Chandra's Ignition. That's pretty sweet. Definitely a nice, like a good card design. I like Chandra's Ignition a lot. We got that commander. Maybe we'll build that at some point in the future. Cool. Alright. Let's do a deck review. So, Keurig. I think we saw the good and bad, the yin and yang of Keurig, right? You can have explosive turns with Keurig, where you play Keurig and then you play, you know, your Obliterator and an Evoke Despair, right? Or your Necropotence, right? But you lose a ton of life. So maybe this deck would be better if we took out some of these, you know, like maybe we take out Thought Distortion, which is kind of only applicable against control decks, and we put in some life gain. I think if this deck had a little bit of life gain, just like background life gain, it would make it a lot more competitive, because we just lose so much life with all of our stuff, like the One Ring and Sign in Blood, you know, our commander. A lot of these effects make us lose life just by trying to kill a creature or whatever. You know, if we want to draw 7 cards, we got to pay 7 life. There's just so many things in black that make you lose life on top of Keurig, that there's a lot of times we end up in this situation where we're like, we finally have a board state, but we have 4 life left. So I think maybe like we just add in like 4 or 5 little background pieces of life gain. Like a good example would be the Celestis, which is already in the deck, but you know, every turn we can potentially gain 1 life, right? Just little effects like that to help offset all the life we're losing would make this deck a lot more competitive. Even like a, I forget the land, but there's the land that comes in and gains you 2 life, just stuff like that. They have the fetch lands. Let's see if we can look them up. Gain life. There's the fetch land cycle, these ones that gain you a life and fetch you a land. Radiant Fountain was what I was thinking of. It comes into play, gains you a life. Maybe not this one, that doesn't really work with this deck. But just like any little thing like that, you know, would really help. These are the things that gain us life, I guess. Cling to Dust. This does not. I don't know why it says that. This gains us life. This gains us life. Gains life. Obviously gains life. Gains life. Gains life. So we have some life gain in the deck, but it's just not enough. We need more. We need more. Or we have to be faster, right? We just have to be so obscenely fast that the opponent... It doesn't matter if we're at 4 life, because the opponent's overwhelmed. It just didn't really seem to happen in Brawl. There's just too many decks with too many answers for all the things we're doing. So I think just some background life gain would really help this deck out. Otherwise, the deck was super fun. Feel free to use this version that I made. Link is in the description to the deck list. And you can tinker around with it and find the best version. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if there's a certain spell that you would like to see in this deck, or you want to comment on how I totally blew the game against Illuge, the mono blue deck. Make sure you like the video, and if you're interested, join the Discord, where you can chat with everyone and submit deck requests if you want me to play a certain commander. Like I said, thanks for watching, I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.